All right, hey guys. So I guess I'll just go over a couple things today. We're pretty much going with a similar plan as we have been the last couple of weeks. We've just been, I guess, talking about it after the games, and we're just developing, I guess, the current game plan that we have. But we'll go start with the arrow formation again. I think three in the back is helping us, especially defensively. I mean, last week we only really conceded one goal from them just breaking our defense. The other two just came. One was a banger, and the other one I forgot what it was, but it wasn't a defensive error. One of the things Beto was talking about was when releasing the ball. He's gonna go right here next to the keeper. The keeper passes here. If Beto's on your side, so this is more towards the left back and the right back, but most of us end up playing every position. So wherever side Beto is at, so it could be the right side or the left side. If he's on your side, you as the fullback just move forward. Maybe the center mid goes in, try to get that ball there, try to form those triangles, those passage, and same thing for the other side. If he goes here, the left back remains here, ready to receive the ball across. These guys, the center mid moves in, and the right back would go all the way up just to try to receive that ball. I know Beto talked about this before, and he was doing it in the last game, and it kind of worked out. But there was a little bit of miscommunication because it was just something new that we tried, so we didn't really know what it was about. But this is technically what he's trying to implement when he's bringing the ball out. I think it worked pretty well last game, and I think we should continue to do it. So this is more if you're playing fullbacks, and the center mids also just kind of open up to your interpretation of how the other team is standing. But try to open up a line of passage. Most of the time, Beto will probably end up passing it to one of the sides, and then we move from there. But also try to just remain there to be an option. Another thing that we can focus on this week, if we are more possession based and we have most of the possession, I know we talked about the ping pongs, which would be a pass from the center mids when they're on the wing, pass here, pass back in the middle, and then we shoot. I think this is something that we can also implement, and I think us as a team can do this. We're capable of doing this. We just kind of have to recognize it. If you're playing fullback, you'll probably end up shooting that shot. We have not been in positions where we're on their side of the field controlling the ball, but if we are, I think we could try to implement this play with the ping pongs, fullback to center mid. Most of the time, if they're right here, they get dragged. You pass back, and then you shoot. So we could try to do that today, especially if we have possession on their side of the field. We've been playing very counter-attacking football, but I think usually when we're the superior team, we tend to have the ball a lot on their field. So we could try this today. We don't know who we're going against, so we'll just have to see. And also the last thing I want to kind of talk about today is pressing. I think it helped us a lot last game, especially like in the final like 10-15 minutes. I think when we were pressing them, most teams are not really good in the back. So, and we're very capable of almost like wolf hunting them. It'll be like 2-3 of us and we stop them. So that one is really all up to interpretation. But if you see your striker making that extra effort to run and to try to press them and to try to just get them to make a pass or a mistake, try, especially the center mids. I know the left back and the right backs, we tend to kind of go up there and try to stop that flow of movement to like their own left mid or right mid. But I try to make that effort with them because sometimes we can send the striker out to die and that just exhausts them. But we'll see how we plan out today. If we're superior, we could definitely implement this a couple times, and I think it'll work out. And yeah, just remember when we're taking the ball out to be in those spaces and to press as a team. We don't have to be pressing the whole game, but we can definitely pick our moments between like minute 15 and 20 and 25. Or we can start out the halves really strong. I think for today, we'll just start out defensively well. If we can see that we can pressure these guys between minute like 15 and 20, we'll do it. And it's worked really well for the last 10 minutes to really just push ourselves and press them because they lose a lot of the balls. They're tired. And I think the mental fatigue plays a big part of this. But I think us as a team, we can be superior with that aspect, right? How many games have we come back? How many times have we fought for these games that sometimes we don't deserve, but we fight for them and we win them. So I think mentally we're a very strong team. So let's just try to keep that going. If you're tired, make that extra effort. As for today, the lineup is going to be as usual. I think I pulled it up here. I'll play left back, Beto center back. We'll play Caesar right back. We'll have left center mid, Alberto and Ruben, whatever you guys feel more comfortable with. Oh, no, I'm sorry. David and Ruben, whatever you guys feel more comfortable with. And then striker Alberto. And I think we'll have 2 subs today, so that might cause us a little trouble. Richie, I don't think is coming. I don't know if Chris is coming. And I know Hector's coming and he's bringing a guy. Next week, I think things will be more favorable. Brian's coming back and hopefully he brings his friend. As for everything else, in regards to subs, if you're in the starting lineup, I use the subs as a breather and try to come back in 5 to 6 minutes after. A lot of the times, the playing time, the discrepancy between when you sub out and come back in is crazy. So just be a little bit more aware. I know there was some trouble last week where we lacked a center back at all times. So let's just try to have either me or Beto as center back at all times. So we'll kind of try to coordinate so we don't. Well, both of us are out at the same time. So either one of us could play center back, but he'll start center back. I'll play left back. And if you're coming in, because I'm guessing when Hector comes in and his friend, they're not going to play defense. So we'll most likely end up giving them just like a left mid or right mid position. If you're playing left mid or right mid and Hector or the friend comes in, go left back. So let's say usually Alberto's playing here or David, right? So if somebody else comes out and you guys see that we're lacking one person down, it'll either be Alberto or David, because me and Cesar will, when we go out for subs, or Beto. But I'll try to stay in when Beto's not in, and Beto will try to stay in when I'm not in there. But yeah, just be aware of kind of like the time frames in between subbing, and just get your like 5 minutes of break and come back in. Let's try to keep the starting lineup in play as much as possible. So sometimes I can't be paying attention, and I try to scream at you guys to like, oh, like sub in, but sometimes you guys don't hear me. So just be aware of it yourselves, and if you guys see that they've been there for a long time, catch your sub. And that's going to be pretty much it for today. And for Hector, just pretty much try to catch those balls. And if we're pressing up high and the ball comes to you, try to go out for those. And because I know there was some miscommunication sometimes when the ball would just roll here, the center back might not get it, the goalkeeper might not get it. I say keeper always just try to get the ball, because you never know. But we'll see. But definitely on the press, try to come out. If they hit us with the long ball again, try to get to it and don't stay in goal. And just catch those balls, I think, for this game and for the upcoming ones. Just try to be really strong coming out for those corners. You've been doing really good so far. So just try to keep that up. And as for the rest of the team, let's get some energy and let's get this dub later. See you guys.